First and foremost, thanks everybody for subscribing. Alright guys, so this is the actual manifold. Alright, try to run this down as best as I can so I won't lose anybody or lose myself explaining this little bit of stuff. Alright, so as far as the intake manifold setup, this is just the excess power manifold, front facing intake manifold, and it's actually welded to a lower runner on a VVTi, a 2jzgenat VVTi lower manifold runner. So with the intake manifold from the excess power front facing intake manifold, with this manifold you can bolt it to the lower runner. So you had to stick your hand in here and send the bolts through to the lower runner. It'll screw straight in. They supply you with the bolts and gasket most of the time. I know with this one it didn't come with it this time for some weird reason. My last intake manifold did come with it. Maybe now they're just promoting you get it welded. If you ask me, I would tell you get this welded. Don't even waste your time using the bolts that come with the intake manifold, because from the vibration and the shaking and everything, some of the bolts, like I had it with my old one, one of the bolts in the back actually shook loose and went into the engine, which is not a good thing at all. All right, so since we got that covered, now we're going to the injectors. These are just regular 1000cc FIC injectors, and then I had the pigtail connectors. I got these pigtail connectors off of eBay, so that way I didn't have to splice into my my actual harness. So these are just plug up, and we'll be good to go on that for real. With the intake manifold, the front facing intake manifold, with this excess power one, it doesn't come with a throttle body. There's a bunch of different throttle bodies you actually can run on this, but with me, I chose to use this Ross Machine Racing throttle body. It's a local shop here in Maryland. I think it's I want to say it's like Belcamp, Maryland or something like that. Yeah. So when you go to order this, it doesn't come with the TPS, and you had to get the TPS ordered in. And I think it came with the bolts. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it came with the bolts. Can't remember, so I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but it didn't come with the TPS sensor. All right, put this stuff back. All right, so we got that covered, we got this covered, got the injectors covered. With my actual fuel lines, these are E85 rated fuel lines. I do have an aeromotive fuel pressure regulator. As far as preference wise, it's totally up to you what kind of pressure regulator you run as far as with brand. I just chose aeromotive just because I always wanted to use an aeromotive when I got to this stage in the build. That's literally the only reason why I chose aeromotive. As you see, I have all my fittings already prepared to go into the car. Today I'm just chilling today. I'm not doing any work on the car today. I really should, but I'm not. I'm just chilling today. All right, and the actual fuel rail I'm running is Powerhouse Racing. I bought this actually secondhand, so I really can't tell you what it actually comes with stock. So when I bought it secondhand, it didn't come with anything but this and this, which actually bolts this to the actual lower runner. It's a pretty good fuel rail. As far as with my FICs, they drop straight in, bolt straight in. It actually sits like this. All right, so with this fuel rail, this would be my return side, which I have a 6 AN, and then my feed side I actually have an 8 AN. So this line right here is my feed line, and I'm running this to my actual fuel filter, but instead of using the stock fuel filter, I have a multi-mesh fuel filter already on the car. And this right here just twists straight onto that without any issues at all. And this one, this hose, trying to do everything with one hand, my bad guys. This hose right here is my actual return line hose. So this hose will actually connect from here to the actual return line, and this other side of the return hose will connect to the pressure regulator. When we get to the pressure regulator, this hose right here will actually go to the return line that's stock on the SC300. So on the SC300, if you look down inside the engine bay, you'll see it's like a rubber hose going to like a metal hose. So I'm just going to remove that rubber hose and just attach this and bolt it on. Pretty much like a barb type setup. So there we have it. Oh, and then with this is a 3-port. So you can have like 2 inlets and 1 outlet, or 1 outlet and 2 inlets, or something like that. Some fancy stuff, but I'm just using 1 inlet, 1 outlet, and I actually have the have it fitting in there the way as though it's just capped off. So pretty good, man. As far as with this setup, I know somebody's gonna ask me how much power will this make, or how much power I'm gonna make off this. Right now I'm just satisfied with about 600 wheel horsepower. As far as E85 goes, I have an AEM. I'm tuned on the AEM V1, so I'm not gonna install any actual E85 in the car until I upgrade my standalone. So for now, I'm just gonna be running pump. So if I could get about 500 on this setup right now, how it is with pump gas, I'm good with it. I won't complain at all. I'll be happy with it, because you know I just drift the car. I don't race anything. So and then show you this. This is the main important part, I would figure, or one of the important parts. I actually have, with this excess power intake manifold, it doesn't come tapped and drilled. So I had the local performance shop actually weld a plate on and tap and drill, you know, for my my vacuum hose fittings. Try to set this up so this joint don't fall. Yeah, so I had them actually tap and drill this and weld a plate on, so like the plate just makes it thicker, that way they can actually go all the way in and actually have something to grab and won't break loose and all that good stuff. So with my vacuum hoses, I'm not 100% sure which I'm actually going to run to the vacuum hoses. I do have to pull this one out and actually get a regular vacuum hose on, because I'm changing my vacuum hose setup. So that'll probably happen tomorrow or something, whenever I get back to working on the car. Alright, so see the stock line to the inverted fitting. So that's a 6AN to a 6AN female to connect to the fuel filter. Then on the other side is a 6AN to a dash 8AN to up the line. That's the actual feed line. Don't mind the blue tape. I just left that shit on there when I cut it. Then comes up to the back of the rail. You already know it's an 8AN. Then this is the return. It's a 6AN. This is actually a 8AN to, I think this is a 10AN to an 8AN. Oh, 10AN to a 6AN. It might be an 8AN, I ain't sure, but this is 6AN. Return line goes into this side of the fuel pressure regulator. And I had to get the actual fittings for this, because this didn't even come with them. It's fucking weird. And then this one is a 6AN return that goes down to the existing return line. You can't see it, it's down there. But if you follow your return line, you'll see what I'm talking about. So this stock hose actually has the fuel pressure regulator. It connects to the fuel pressure regulator on the stock rail. But then when it go down, it connects to that damper that looks like another fuel pressure regulator. And if you follow that line down, it's right in this area for real. But I pretty much just have the AN hose slid onto the actual old fitting. So it just slides on, just hit it with a hose clamp. But yeah, that's it. And then, you know, this is just the vacuum source to the intake manifold. You good to go.